red tape. And Anvar he was training at Fusion, and then he moved down south a little bit. I think he was training with ATT down there. Now he's back to Fusion. Touch of gloves there.
Yeah, I feel like every other fighter keeps saying this. You know, when it comes to Central Florida, Fusion is definitely one of those top gyms around.
Anvar opening heavy with those leg kicks.
Every other fight has, you know, somebody from.
Oh,
he's coming up top again with.
Yeah. And Matthew got those boxing trunks on. Oh, wow.
That knee.
Beautiful knee there by Anvar. And I don't know how many of these leg kicks Matthew is going to take. He's not checking them at all. I feel like Matthew got to let his. Oh, he ducked that. Oh, he's going for a takedown here. Matthew with a teep of his own. Oh, he caught that. Anvar wow, he caught that kick and pushed Anvar. Couldn't capitalize on it. Anvar did a good job of getting back up.
Yeah, that is where Knauss can neutralize this onslaught. We can get this fight to the ground.
Get it to the ground. Anytime he sees Anvar step in for those kicks, just level change and, you know, come and get him up against the cage. Because it's clear that
again he catches the kick.
It's all about timing.
Oh, gotta be careful where he's hitting there, a little behind the head.
Instead of trying to strike, you don't want to strike with a striker. I'd suggest that Matthew, when he does catch that kick, just get on top. Get those hooks in.
Man, he just flicks that up there so fast.
Yeah, it's very effortlessly and quick.
I like Anvar is just chill. He's relaxed here.
Yeah, he's well composed. Everybody knows he has a well-extensive, you know, kickboxing background, tons of fights. Granted, MMA is a little bit different with those smaller gloves, but still fight experience is fight experience.
And you got Matthew successful with 2 takedowns, you know, catching those kicks. He just has to capitalize on that.
That lead leg of Matthew Knauss is pretty pink.
Yes.
Man, just when your arm's out there just getting plastered. Oh, that one landed.
Yeah.
Again, Anvar with just flicking these kicks up just so easily.
Matthew did a good job recognizing his back was against the cage and, you know, circled out, got the center of the combatant gone here. But he has to do something about these leg kicks, Black Santa. He can't be.
Yeah, definitely. He has to
minutes.
either check it or, you know, circle out. You don't just want to stand in front of a guy and just let him tee off on you. He has to keep on circling.
Do you think Matthew's best chance is to close the distance, or not even, right? Because of Anvar's background, right?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of times when he did catch the kick, there's nothing wrong with him catching the kick. Now it's just, what are you going to do that you count the kick? What are you going to do when Anvar starts to stumble to the ground a couple of times, like Matthew was able to do? It just seems as though like he just caught the kick and just wanted to, you know, strike from there. I say if you catch the kick, get the guy fall on the ground. Let's utilize your jiu-jitsu. Let's utilize that background that you have, since this is MMA. This is not just a stand-up little glove Muay Thai fight.
Well, if Anvar has his way, it will remain that.
Yeah, just standing on the ground. Standing up. Oh, again,
yeah.
A kick. You see now, like you mentioned before, that kick of Matthew causes just his leg is turning red.
That's landing on the knee.
Yes. Yeah. And that starts to affect your movement, being able to pivot, being able to now fire back and twist and pivot with land your own punches.
He went for that flying knee again.
Yeah, he's looking for a highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And the stance switch. Oh, caught him.
Almost at that 10-second marker here. Matthew needs to do something to if he wants to win this round. Something to give Anvar back in his corner to think about.
Yeah.
You don't want this guy to, end the round with too much confidence and being able to think that when he comes in the second, he can just do whatever he wants with you.
And, all the
Matthew has to demand some respect here going into the second round.
And I know there's a lot of adrenaline here, but do you think it's the right call for Matthew to sit down right now?
I mean, we mentioned that before when it came to on the amateur card. Like, some fighters like to sit down, some fighters like to stand up. Me personally, I know a lot of fighters out of the gym, out of the junk MMA where I train, we don't stand up when it comes to – we don't sit down, when it comes to in between. We stand
but especially
up.
after receiving all those kicks, I don't want to sit down.
Yeah, you don't want –
I don't want to sit down.
You want to stand and just keep it flowing. You don't want to sit down and then allow those legs to, fill up. And, you want to stay nice and loose and nice and warm.
And if we can see his leg right here, it is just absolutely blistered.
It's like right above the knee on that outer thigh area.
And, when Anvar throws that, it's landing. If he throws 10 kicks, 8 kicks are landing in the same spot.
Yes.
And that does take a toll on you.
Anvar is pretty expressionless on his face.
Yeah, very, very stoic, but you can tell in his eyes that he means business.
Yeah, and he's throwing a lot of feints with hips, like hip movement there.
And Knauss is biting on him. He's reacting to them.
Every single time.
Woo!
This is it right here. So what is Matthew going to do here now? He had a brief moment where he clinched there, initiated the clinch, but didn't really capitalize on it.
Looks like Matthew tries to land with a kick of his own here.
He's got to do something to get.
Yeah, you can't just stand there and
in that range.
Yeah, especially not with somebody of Anvar's caliber here. You're not going to be able to beat him.
Wow.
It seems like
just a matter of time. And Anvar senses it. He saw it. He saw that Matthew's hurt. He can't take too much of these anymore.
No, not at all.
And that's what Matthew's thinking about. Is like, shoot, my legs are going to get chewed up. Probably going to drop his hands a little bit.
Oh.
And that's when Anvar can go high.
There are still
and the crowd's
almost
oozing
4
eyes
minutes
from the
left.
crowd. The crowd is recognizing it too, You hear it from the crowd.
If I'm Anvar, I'll let him stand up.
I'm backing up.
Let him
stand up. Much props to Matthew, though, man. He switched his stance now.
Man,
you can see it wincing.
It's like being in the yard with a bully.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Anvar gets the job done by no surprise with those leg kicks there. Those leg kicks, they were able to get the job done. Matthew didn't do too much to check it. It seems like he didn't have anything to combat. Even a couple times he tied up. He didn't switch stands until the end of here, the beginning of then here in the second round. Took a lot of kicks, more so than, in my opinion, more so than anybody else.
This contest comes to an end at 1 minute 43 seconds in the second round for your winner by way of a referee stoppage, Anvar the Uzbek Boynazarov.
Congrats to Anvar, the Uzbek Boynazarov. Congrats, buddy.